Bible Bulls out there. I'm your goddess Nazca. Here with Trucker Man. We're reacting to...
Don't Conspiracy Theories by Big Tug.
Is sponsored by War Thunder. Conspiracy theories. The best way to make dumb people feel smart since the invention of Adderall. And let's be clear here, I'm not going to be talking smack about this cute little world of conspiracy believers. Much like every person in the Silk Song subreddit before this weekend, I too want to believe. I mean, have you seen the world right now? No bueno, senorita.
Yes.
It's bad. It would be so cool if there...
Yes, I do. Hold on, do you guys want me to sing? I'll sing. Want me to sing? Can I sing?
Sure.
I want to sing. あったけの夢のかき出すね探しのの探しに行くのさなポケットのコイン So do you wanna be my friend? We are on a cruise We are
Alright.
There was something else that I could, like, dump my mental abilities into, instead of staring at my Twitter feed and hoping for certain government buildings to... I don't know if we can include that, but I do that. But there's just one problem I'm coming across with...
The beast of billions of one piece. Ugh. I love Katakuri. I love Katakuri. He was awesome.
Conspiracy theories right now, and that is that they're dumb. They're big dumb. Big stupid dumb hour. I hate them.
Oh yeah. Okay, One Piece conspiracy theory. Sure, that works for this video. Okay, One Piece conspiracy theory real quick. Do you think Big Mom and Kaido are dead?
How the hell do you survive being punched into lava? I don't care how strong you are, you...
Let's see. Lava.
No.
Lava. How much
Yes.
power could they take?
They're very powerful, though. I don't know. I don't hear how powerful unless you're the one... Who was the one lava guy?
Oh, not Aokiji, Akainu.
Akinu. Unless you're him, I don't think you can survive going into lava.
Even then, would Akainu survive lava if it's not his? Let's see. Hold on. We're still talking. Let's see. Giant dragon. Could dragons survive lava? I think another issue, though, is it's not just the lava that's the problem. I think it's the fact how severely beaten down they were because they are in a weakened state. Could they still survive lava, let alone being able to climb out of there? I would like, personally, out of Kaido and Big Mom, I would actually like to see Big Mom again. I really, really love her. I think she is a really good character. She's kind of a tragic villain in my opinion. Kaido, on the other hand, he could go die. He's not... He doesn't give me happy moo vibes like Big Mom. Big Mom I feel bad for, especially because she was manipulated throughout her whole life. She doesn't really know what she's doing. I mean, yes, she's a grown woman now, but she's been controlled all of her life, and she just I feel bad for Big Mom.
Anyway.
That's not to say that all conspiracy theories are dumb. I've talked about some cool ones in the past. Them's are some legit Stevens. Legit, I can't think of a better name for like a nickname, like Debbie Downer. Legit Leroy's. I don't know. All conspiracy theories come from the same root, the same basis, but man, just some conspiracy theories are so much stupider than the other ones. Like on one hand, we have MK Ultra, a government brainwashing use of drugs that made people go crazy, and that is almost 100% proven to be real. And then on the other hand, we have the constantly debunked theory that the government controls the weather.
She's misunderstood evil, and she used to be sexy evil at one point of her life. How do you think she got so many kids?
That's what the kids did to her.
Going into the world of conspiracy theories, you have to ask yourself the question, okay, how much am I willing to turn my brain off for a little bit to heavily enjoy a lie that's being told to me? Because I'll be honest, I love believing in lies. Oh my god, is it so much fucking fun to believe in lies.
Yeah.
Whether it be small town gossip, some ruckus of close-up magic, it's all fun, baby. It's fun to pretend.
Oh, yeah,
and it's the
magic
same with
stuff's
dumb
cool.
conspiracy theories too. They make the world just a little bit more fun, a little bit funner, if you
True,
will.
true,
Like the urban
true.
legend that 80s heartthrob Richard Gere stuck an entire gerbil up his. Actually, YouTube won't let me tell you where he stuck.
Oh.
Oh, so wait, Mr. Slave?
Mr. Slave.
Mr. Slave? Since a little cat never had a peace, he tried to forge the world through violence since he grown. Yeah, true. Kaido does have a bit of a tragedy to him. Yeah, you got that right, especially because he was also used by the government in Jonsu, kind of similar to Sephiroth in a sense there.
But I can tell you over on extratug.com. We're doing these in the middle now. For $4 a month, less than the price of that poor gerbil, you get exclusive access to videos I would be ashamed to show my family. And I found out recently my mother subscribes to Extratug. I don't know why she would do that. I don't know why. Getting a cookie. Sometimes you
That's
can fly
nice.
planes and drive tanks.
More
Team 20s,
ads.
how do you
Oh,
do
the ad.
it? You shoot an engine, that... So if that interests you, join the worldwide community of over 95 million players and epic PvP battles today for free on Xbox, PlayStation,
long
PC,
ago.
mobile, everything. Noon or
This is a long
there's
ad.
simply no better game suited for fans of military history. Click the links down. Voluntarily says,
Okay.
oh, a lie.
War
You just
Thunder is
lied to
what
me
it
to
was
my
called.
face. But as dumb as these lies are, and trust me, brain cell killing, huffing glue levels of lying, maybe, just
Yeah.
maybe, with my pea brain and very low level intellect.
Hey, to be fair, I don't huff glue. I huff resin.
Damn, that's a long ad.
That was.
I could find myself on board the train. All right, up
He's a
first
killer
of these
bunny in his
conspiracy
brain.
theories is that Finland doesn't exist. These are
Wait, just Finland? Dude, I've heard conspiracy theories about fucking Australia not existing.
Don't tell PewDiePie that.
No, we're Finland.
gonna be
Wait, I
really
thought he
hard
was
now that I
Swedish.
think about it. This one comes to us courtesy
was
of,
Swedish, I thought.
oh god, it's the Soviet Union. It's been a while, guys. I'm really trying to get away from it. There's just no escape from the Cold War. I put it on my merch. I mean, at this point, it all goes back to the Soviets. But according to this theory, Japan and the Soviet Union spread the lie that Finland rests between the USSR and Sweden, when in reality, there is no landmass there at all. But why would they conspire to make us think that Finland doesn't exist? Apparently, it's because the fishing in that area is really, really good, and they wanted it all for themselves. You know, your grandpa's secret fishing spot that, he doesn't want anyone to go to?
Really
That's
fake.
what they were doing, but on a geopolitical scale. Japan agreed to participate in the ruse in exchange for the right to fish there without worrying about international laws. And it goes
They
even
just wanna
further.
hide
The
it from
Trans-Siberian
us.
Orchestra, the Trans-Siberian Railway
Crocodile
was built in
being
order to
Luffy's
help
mom.
transport all of those fish to Asia. And once
Oh yeah, I think there was a theory talking about how Luffy's mom had been kind of revealed that I saw.
In the manga.
Not necessarily in the manga. Like, they were saying, like, Rayleigh is his uncle. And they did, like, this whole connecting thing.
I don't know.
I don't know,
It's hard to keep up with anything like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I do not believe in the Croco mom thing. That's just weird.
the fish got to Russia's east coast via railway, they would then be shipped to Japan under the guise of being Nokia products, which is why Japan was the #1 importer of Nokia products for much of the 20th century, which is crazy. It's crazy that Nokia phones are attached to Soviet-level lies about Finland. Of course, there's one pretty big issue here, the 5.6 million people who call Finland home and the country's 4 million annual visitors. But that's easily
Where'd
explained.
they
You
go?
see, the people visiting Finland just think
Wait.
they're visiting Finland.
Is Finland just the back rooms?
In reality, anyone who lives in or visits
Swedish.
Finland is just in a remote forested area in Sweden, Estonia, or Russia. Now, does that
Okay.
all sound crazy? Of course it does. The number of people who would have to be involved in this conspiracy is a bit high. It's a bit above average. From airline
Yeah.
pilots
That old saying, 3 keep a secret or 2 are dead.
to map makers to all those Finnish celebrities like Bjork. Was she Finnish? It would be truly wild if the secret stayed a secret for nearly half a century. So how exactly did this conspiracy theory start to spread? Well, the internet. Every thing comes from the
course.
internet. You guys know that. In 2015,
Well, yeah.
a Redditor posted this theory in a thread asking users what lies parents taught them as a child. So they laid out the Finland conspiracy, one that they willingly admit they don't believe, and it caught fire online. There's even a Finland conspiracy subreddit with over 43,000 contributors, or subscribers, whatever Reddit's doing. Now, I will say lying to children is very, very funny. Almost every single time. But with the advent of the internet, you
Lying to children is the best thing ever.
Maybe Finland's on the moon.
gotta realize that when you lie to people,
We're on a flat Earth,
you're
everyone.
reaching some of the
Finland's on the other side.
If you watched the last episode of One Piece, the last episode was a backflash.
Oh yeah, that made me angry. Because it was just rehashing the Little Garden and like reintroducing the giants and stuff. I mean, I get why it's necessary, unlike other animes when they do this stuff to us, but still, it's like, I don't need a rehash on Little Garden. I know who I can't say their names. Help!
Dog eating
You can't even say it either.
whales on the moon, but now
Whales!
there's a new episode. Oh, is there actually a new one?
Another new one?
I'll check it out when I get a chance.
When we're getting into more of the battle stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
the most mouth-breathing basement dwellers on Earth. So it's kind of dangerous. Funny jokes become misinformation.
Kirsten said the X does say people who spend time on Reddit actually have holes in their brains.
Would that be the same for anyone who's just playing video games and watching
Actually, they say playing video games actually stimulates your brain.
What about watching cartoons? Anime?
I'm not sure. I think it's specifically Reddit.
Really fast. So
It could be a
maybe we'll
joke,
pause on
too.
believing that one because it's kind of hard to. It's so stupid. But then there's
Return of them ever since Little Garden. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
They came in like badasses.
Yes, the giant pirates are coming.
Australia, a country that exists and
This-
is larger than
After
the
over
United
a decade.
You just said this. This is fake.
States. And there's a conspiracy that it doesn't exist.
I remember, like, I think it was, Buttsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone he was, like, fighting with was, like, constantly saying that, or not really fighting with, but was constantly saying, like, Australia was fake.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one. People like saying birds are fake.
So we're just gonna plow through this one too. The story goes that in the late 18th century, Britain had 162,000 convicts that they wanted to get rid of. So they shipped them off to the fabricated country of Australia, when in reality, they just drowned them in the ocean. Now this plays off the idea that the British Empire is a big piece of shit that could,
Wait, does that mean Australia is like that one country in, help me out here, To Your Eternity?
Yeah. Australia was a prison colony. You didn't know that?
Oh, so it was To Your Eternity?
I don't think it was like to that level, but yeah, it's like that.
Sheesh. Oh, you guys want a good anime recommendation? Check out To Your Eternity. It's depressing, it's deep, it is a very good anime. I consider it S tier.
Maybe the people in Australia are fake because there's so many spiders.
Ooh.
Have you seen the huntsman spider they talk about? It's like the most common spider, and they're about that fucking big around. They go all over the place. Like you see people driving a car, you see a giant ass spider on the windshield just crawling across.
Crash the car. Crash it now.
I got scared the shit out of you then.
If you want, go check out the opening of To Your Eternity. It's by, if you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, it's by the same person who does the Kingdom Hearts theme songs and openings. So yeah, the song's called Pink Blood. Very good. You will get hooked. The opening was really good. I saw this one, but didn't like it. Aw. But, that's just me. Okay.
What would you do if you just saw this?
Yeah.
What would you do if you just saw this?
No! No! God, no! The house needs to be on fire! It moved!
What's that again? Apparently it can jump, too. Oh.
Demon! Hello.
Century Nerd subscribed to the channel.
Oh, thank
for
you.
subscribing! Wait, you haven't been subscribed this whole time? What have you been doing?
Yeah, we moved to. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that on the kid.
It's not getting you.
Hell no!
Daddy's gonna get it.
Forget the baby. The baby's gone. Nope, baby dead. Why are you doing it with your bare freaking hands? Oh, ew, no. Oh, God, I spilled some squish because it squished me.
Look at that.
Stomp it on the ground. Stomp it.
That is
Slap the damn thing and stomp it.
They're like common. They're like the common household spiders.
No, it's gonna fly off.
It's alright.
Who cares? Let it die. Oh my god. But no. I already had this issue. There was a spider at the corner where the refrigerator was that Lou pointed out to me. And I was like, hell no, it needs to die. I had to run all over the house to find the spray. And then I sprayed it. And I watched it fall and died. I was like, ha ha, foof you.
I like this video. Watch this.
I got jump scared. Screw you. I don't normally get jump scared that easily, but I was in the.
Anyway, get back to the conspiracy
Bunch of
theories.
atrocities throughout its history,
Stop. We're gonna play. Watch the videos from more past.
Oh yeah, more Pegasus. We like his videos.
Yeah.
Haven't seen one lately that's been.
There's just a friendly spider. Now they're demons that need to die. You didn't saw nothing yet. I won't spoil you. Yeah, I know. Like a lot of the stuff with they're going to go to Elbaf soon. I know like characters are gonna be daddy soon and junk. Like I watched.
I think one in the manga they actually revealed who might be the traitor. They're bringing that up. Remember, they're talking about one of the crew is the traitor. There's a.
Oh yeah, there was that. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Who conspiracy theory? Who amongst the One Piece? Who amongst the One Piece crew would be a traitor? Who would most likely be a traitor?
Because when you look at all their backstories, maybe Nami for the money. Robin, maybe because Robin's just notorious for
doing. No, but she had like a huge character change to her. To be honest, if I had to say who amongst the One Piece crew, but then again, Zoro had that whole, the whole nothing happened on, and we already had Sanji betray us and come back. I can't see Usopp doing it, especially after Water 7. Frankie?
But then Frankie, I don't know. Let's get back to conspiracy theories.
Oh, please don't tell me it's going to be Brooke. I'll be upset if it's Brooke.
including Australia itself, where they committed multiple atrocities to the indigenous people who live there, including but not.
And it definitely cannot be Jinbei.
Yeah.
I do not. No, Jinbei gave his blood to Luffy. If there was a traitor, there would need to be a really good reason for it. I want to say the most likely Straw Hat in my book would probably be Frankie. Because we could also get around saying that he got hacked since he's a cyborg. I hope Bartholomew didn't die for real.
Blackmail hostage?
Well, that was kind of similar to what was going on with Sanji's betrayal back in Whole Cake.
Boa?
Not Boa. Never Boa. Bo Mama's the best.
Who wants the rubber D?
Nah, she would never betray her love.
Anyway.
Limited to mass kill.
And if they say Caribou, I'm going to be mad because everyone knew Caribou was going to... But you know what? It's probably just going to be Caribou, but he was never part of the Straw Hats. But I could see Caribou being the reason because, like, during... the next episode of One Piece, Caribou is supposed to get in touch with the Blackbeards. Caribou knows some stuff about them.
Yeah.
I hope it's not that simple. Maybe the ship is the traitor. Not the ship, no! Not the Thousand Sunny!
Killings, disease, violence, exclusion, they ruin their language,
we
cultural
talking about?
erasure, environmental degradation, and
sure, it's
child
not real.
removal.
Oh, okay.
Woo! It also leans into the fact that Australia was established as a British penal colony during that time, which, if you didn't know, is true. British people, if they had a problem with somebody, they wouldn't put them in a prison. They just throw them on a desert, giant continent island full of snakes and spiders and said, like, figure it out, king. British criminals would be exiled to the...
There is no way Chopper would ever... I'm telling you, the only logical character amongst the Straw Hats that I could see betraying them would be Frankie. He makes the most sense. He does not have as much an attachment to the crew, I feel, as everyone else does. There is no way Chopper would. I can't see Usopp because he already had an arc where he left the crew and came back and stuff. I can't see Sanji because he already had that arc. I can't see Robin either. Can't see Nami. Zoro I might, but then again, when I think of Thriller Bark and how he almost sacrificed his own life for Luffy, I just can't. Frankie's the only one. I can't think of him, like, truly, like, giving himself up for the crew the most, because we really don't know too much about Frankie. I mean, besides, the whole, but again, this whole thing with Water 7 and Tom, I can't really see any of them doing anything.
Anyway.
Sorry. We're going to stop
other
the
side
One
of the
Piece
world
chatter.
and given harsh manual work. Wow, forced labor, crimes against indigenous people, all while expanding an empire? That's some classic British achievements.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
like getting platinum on PS5. That is, you nailed all of them. To this day, 20% of Australians are descendants of convicts. And honestly, I'm not sure which one is weirder. The conspiracy that Australia does not exist, or the fact that Australia is pretty much just British bad boys. Which makes sense. I love Australians. Sadly, they don't exist, though. For Australia not to exist, we have to deny the existence of the crocodile hunter and the bloomin' onion from the Outback. So those are both pretty rough for me. So how does the Australia theory counteract that? Well, they say every person you've ever met from Australia is an actor or is computer generated, which seems
That's
like a
dumb.
pretty big... That seems big. We're kind of just slipping into an...
I'm sorry when, what we were talking about again?
Australia being fake.
No, I mean the conspiracy. Okay, I had to look up conspiracy theory. When your conspiracy theory is being explained through robots and AI and junk like that, it's like, yeah, no. Especially back when that stuff didn't really exist or was really abundant.
Alternative worldview where nothing makes sense, but that's pretty par for the course nowadays. But it's called simulation hypothesis, and it's the belief that the universe is a computer simulation. That can warrant an entire video on its own, but to come up with a computer simulation world just to invent Australia is hilarious to me, and I think I'm going to believe this one, because that just sounds like a good way to spend my time and resources. Speaking of simulation, did you know that James Cameron spent over $40 million on special effects for the movie The Titanic?
Huh.
It'll make sense in a second. Unfortunately, all that sweet cheddar was pretty much wasted because according to my next conspiracy, the Titanic didn't sink. This one's actually really fun. I have a lot...
You know what's ironic about this one?
What?
The fact that you and I went to that Titanic museum down in Denver.
Yeah.
a lot of fun with this one. It's not as stupid as the other.
One in Branson. The Branson one's way better than that.
Like big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Would you believe if I told you that in Brazil, some of our YouTubers and YouTubers are a bit weird? Really? Just a bit? I am surprised.
And what's the
Very
base
surprised.
reason for this conspiracy theory? Is it aliens? It's insurance fraud.
Insurance fraud.
I'm telling you, it's actually interesting. Just
So they faked the worst tragedy ever in humanity on insurance fraud. Where's the ship at then?
They killed millions of people. Wait. Then you know what else doesn't make sense?
What?
The people who got into that tiny submarine, what were they going to go down into the ocean to see?
They knew too much. They had imploded.
wait a second. This conspiracy does include a sinking ship, but Titanic truthers believe that the sinking ocean liner in question was the Olympic. Both of these ships...
Was that sarcasm? Maybe.
The
Might be.
Olympic, which is the first Titan class of ships. That was like the first. That was Titanic's sister ship that lasted the longest.
My
owned
sarcasm
by-
was everyone's weird.
by ultra-wealthy J.P. Morgan's White Star Line? What is that? Yeah, White Star Line, who in the early 20th century was competing with Cunard Steamship Company to build the biggest, fastest boats. But in 1911, the Olympic crashed into a military vessel. Whoopsie. Oops, you should have been looking at...
Where'd all the dead people go?
They went to Australia. That doesn't make sense. That is true that the Olympic had an accident where someone crashed on the side of it. It didn't sink.
Out for them. Conspiracy theorists reasoned that, to recoup their losses and keep from falling behind Cunard in the Battle of the Big Boats, the company disguised the Olympic as the Titanic and set sail on a predetermined voyage to collect insurance money. Adding fuel to the fire of this conspiracy is the fact that the Titanic didn't allow public inspection before its maiden voyage. I mean, some of that's up in the air, but now I'm on board.
Oh,
if you are a rich person planning to do some and you don't let anyone see it before it comes out, that's how it's like when a video game comes out and they don't do previews for reviewers.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be a show. There's only one glaring hole that makes this another dumb conspiracy. It's the money. Did you follow the money? The money doesn't add up, yeah? The Titanic cost $7.5 million to build, but was only insured for $5 million. Sinking it wouldn't have helped at all. They would have lost $2.5 million in that time money. So like, I think $40 billion. I do like the concept.
Yeah,
maybe
that'd be a
they just
waste
did
of
it,
money.
and there's
Not to
math
mention
that
all
I'm
the
not
people
seeing,
you
but it
killed.
seems stupid. But I do believe that one. I believe that one because it's fun, and it's such a long time ago that I don't care about the people who died. That makes sense, right? So moving on. No disrespect if you like Joe Rogan, but he does let some pretty whacked out people push the.
Anime was created by demons. Bwahahaha. Demon lover smooch.
Ideas on his podcast. But that makes the next conspiracy, known as Dinosaurs Don't Exist Conspiracy, to be even more dumb because he debunked it on his show. And if Joe Rogan is debunking one of your theories on his show, you should feel kind of stupid. He's hosted paleontologist Trevor Vail twice.
Actually, from one... Okay, the whole dinosaur thing, that one's actually kind of weird.
Well, according to Canon owners, the Jews created dinosaurs. They're all fake. Ask Nux about that.
Telling him
No,
to
I'm
fully
still
debunk.
talking, bitch. I'm trying to... okay, so, the dinosaur stuff, I could probably agree with being fake in a way that we probably don't know exactly how these pieces go together. You know?
Well, that's more just misinterpretation.
Yeah, we don't know what these creatures actually look like.
Well, we're just guessing. We assume they were lizard, but they might actually be descended from birds, or
Right.
birds are descended from them.
Also, okay. I heard this was an interesting theory or conversation that I heard. All around the world, people have, like all cultures and stuff, have a, I guess a,
Are you talking about dragons?
yes.
Yes.
They all have a idea of a dragon kind of creature all around the world, but no one ever thought of dinosaurs.
Well, probably what it was, they probably interpreted dinosaur bones as dragons, and also there's some because one point mankind was a small group and it expanded over millennia till we got to the
Yeah. What was the world called? Pangea.
Well, not even that. We originally humans were originally came from Africa before they spread to Europe, Asia, eventually before the ice caps melt, across the land bridge to America.
Where'd you get this information from?
This is basic history we learned.
Really?
Yeah, how the Native Americans got to North America and South America. Back then, the ice caps were, you're getting into the ice age, the sea levels were way lower. There was a land bridge between Russia and Alaska. Thus, that's how Native Americans came over to the Americas. So, at some point in human history, prehistoric history, someone came up with the idea of a dragon that just spread through culture. So,
But no one thought of... So are dinosaurs just dragons then?
that's one theory as well.
Any notion that dinosaurs didn't exist. And not to get all high and mighty here, but to besmirch the name of the Triceratops is disgusting. Oh, disgusting. Those sweet, gentle souls just wanted to eat plants and chill. And they died to a big rock, and you shouldn't respect them. And by the way, who hurt you? Who doesn't want dinosaurs to exist? It's like a child finding out Santa isn't real and getting mad about it kind of behavior. But how did this conspiracy theory begin to spread? Who on Earth would have a lot of benefit by dinosaurs not existing? Who has a weird worldview that thinks the Earth started existing 2,000 years ago? Who would that be? Well, it's pretty much hyper-conservative Christians and professional athletes. And yes, I know, it is an oddly influential intersection between very uneducated people. But maybe it's worth going through a few of their points to see if, they have any leeway to make me not hate them. Big spoiler, I'm never gonna stop hating these people. For starters, dinosaur deniers claim that if dinosaurs did exist, we would find bones everywhere. So the fact that you don't trip over a pterodactyl femur on the way to your car every morning means they don't exist. But that's not true.
I think an issue of that point is I'm surprised we find anything, because wouldn't most fossils and stuff degrade into dust?
For the most part. It just depends on how it was preserved.
Exactly. That's why they're not abundant.
Well, most fossils, they're not actually bones. They're eventually rock and shit forms around the bone, and we're just shaping it from that.
Right.
Because if you're not a idiot, you would know that fossils are rare because you have to get them in a rare situation. Bones from over 60 million years ago aren't just laying around everywhere. You get that, right? If that were the case, bones would be everywhere. You know how many things die every day? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bones disintegrate. That's the whole point. We're made of stardust. We go back to the stars. That's my religion. They also claim that since the term dinosaur was coined in 1842, that was when they were invented, which is supposed to be some kind of caught you in a lie sort of revelation. Honestly, I don't think this is real dumb. I don't want to even dignify this with an answer. Just because something was named doesn't mean it didn't come into existence. Like, look at this big-nosed monkey. They named that recently, or at least within the last 50 years. It's right there. We found it. We didn't have to dig. It was in a jungle, but regardless, you know what I mean? It existed before we looked at. Would you have objects?
The problem is bones become dust over a long time. Yuppers. Just like us.
Permanence? Are you a baby? Are you a little baby? But at least as stupid as they seem, all these conspiracies are rooted in some sort of science. There's also an entire subgenre of conspiracies that only focus on celebrities. And we're going to talk about those. And these are dumber than the last ones because there's no science involved.
Is that Ozzy Osbourne with Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Dude, you want to know a conspiracy I heard?
What?
Hulk Hogan was actually murdered.
No, they actually do think that his doctor screwed up on a surgery.
Okay, but yeah, it's technically a conspiracy, even if, because we don't know 100% it's true yet, even though it's more higher true than other.
Well, he hasn't been cremated or buried yet, so they're doing autopsy.
Poor Hulk Hogan.
It's just shit people made up, but I believe some of them, so once again, I'm pretty stupid. Up first, Marilyn Manson had a rib removed. Do you know about this one? Were you in middle school from the 90s to the 2000s? Do you know who Marilyn Manson is? If you don't know, Marilyn Manson was a goth-adjacent shock rocker in the 1990s. He scared the hell out of suburban parents across the country.
He looks like the Joker.
Does.
He looks like a mime version of... He looks like the Joker, and Art the Clown had a baby.
And some animals during that era could have eaten the bones, too.
Point. So, yeah. I'm surprised we have any fossils.
He looks like you should go by Date Them on Twitter.
And, maybe for good reason. This wasn't a very savory guy. In recent years, he's faced a lot of abuse allegations. Even the kids who listened to him were kind of terrified of him. And I get that.
For a while, they weren't playing his music on radio stations because of it.
Huh. Actually, I don't think I've heard any Marilyn Manson music for a long time.
He never left his emo face.
Look at him. That is a scary, scary man. And in this weird pre-internet 90s, a rumor started to spread from middle school to middle school that Manson, certified weirdo, had a rib removed so that he could put his mouth on his own... I can't say. I really can't because I can't risk getting demonetized.
Okay. Why is this a thing? Hello.
American Zombie Apocalypse.
SAP, dead man. Never knew.
Again, things are tight in the Big Tug household. But could you imagine anyone going to such lengths to achieve that, especially a rock star? Well, I guess specifically a rock star. If you've had everything, you might want to try something else. But
No. Don't you need more? Yeah. Wow, that's a look. He looks like a raptor.
He looks like a raptor.
Yeah! He looks like one of those raptors from Jurassic Park.
What we're going to do today, weird, dumb conspiracy theories, and we quit talking about One Piece for 5 minutes.
One Piece always just pops up.
Somehow, this urban legend managed to spread from sea to shining sea, and for nearly a decade, every teen in America truly believed that Manson was giving himself brains. And given the fact that he turned out to be a giant piece of maybe this rumor was just some intergalactic karma coming his way. So just as an act of childhood whimsy, I still choose to believe it. On my heart, Manson's rib is floating around in some doctor's basement, and I really appreciate that. But that's just one in a long line of conspiracies about rock stars. One of the earlier rock star conspiracies came from the 1960s, when a rumor spread that—
Oh, is this, hold on, I'm gonna guess. Is this the one where the Beatles has satanic messages in their music?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it might be that.
Paul McCartney, bass player for the Beatles, actually died in a car crash in 1966, heading home from recording Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club's Band. I think it's very funny that Jimmy wrote in this script, Paul McCartney, bass player for the Beatles, as if you wouldn't recognize Paul McCartney's name, and also calling him the bass player for the Beatles is weirdly not, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't know if Jimmy was making a joke there, but it's so
I don't know much about the Beatles, but I know people like to say like Elvis is still alive.
What was that joke I was heard after, what was it,
Dude, there's this one crazy conspiracy YouTuber guy who's constantly saying that Elvis Presley is Donald Trump.
Well, the best one I've heard is, I saw this written on a window right after Men in Black. Elvis ain't dead, he just went home.
He just went home. My planet needs me now.
He's the bass player. You know, it just has a connotation to it. Anyway, the story went that the rest of the Beatles decided to replace Paul with a lookalike and soldier on as if nothing happened. But eventually, they were overcome with guilt and they started leaving messages in their songs and album covers. Now, it is true that Paul McCartney was involved in 2 car accidents around this time, but neither of them were anything major. However, that didn't stop a college student in Iowa from writing about the conspiracy in his school paper, which was shared with a New York disc jockey live on air. Soon, rock fans who were a little too drunk and a little too high started riffing on the idea. Apparently, the signs were everywhere, guys. We just weren't looking in the right places. So in the song Glass Onion, John Lennon sings, "Here's another clue for you all. The walrus was..."
I told you about the walrus and me. Man, you know that we're so close as can be. Man, well, here's another clue for you all. The walrus was Paul. I've never heard this song before, and I was just trying to sing it in the way I thought it would be sung, but it's probably not right. Only theories on dead famous people still alive. Lots of them. I think even Michael Jackson's still alive.
Paul, okay? Stay with me. And this was a reference to the song I Am the Walrus on the
Melissa,
album Magical Mystery
Melissa.
Tour. We're all familiar. And on the cover of that album, the Beatles are dressed in animal costumes, and the walrus costume, which is supposed to be Paul, is black. And stay with me still. Black is a traditional color people wear while mourning the dead. Okay, not convinced? We'll keep going. What about the cover of Abbey Road? Conspiracy theorists believe it represents a funeral procession. I'm sure you've heard this. Paul's not wearing shoes supposedly represents how some cultures bury people barefoot, and John's white suit represents the color of the mourning in certain Eastern religions. George double denim outfit is supposed to be the gravedigger, which is kind of a reach, but whatever. And Ringo's black suit is traditional going to a funeral attire. So all of this is obviously insane and stupid. But the best part is, the Beatles are so influential to pop music that even their conspiracies are influential. To this day, there are still thousands, well maybe not thousands, but a bunch of conspiracy theories about—
Isn't your uncle's like a big, or what is it, step-uncle? Adopted? Half-uncle?
Half-uncle what?
You know, the one I'm talking about, Rude?
Yeah.
Isn't he a big Beatles fan?
Oh, Paul? Oh, are you talking about Rod? Yeah, he's a big Beatles fan.
influential dead pop stars. Like the Avril Lavigne replacement theory, which surmises that the singer unalived herself after her debut album and was replaced by a body double named Melissa Vandal, whatever. Or the rumor that Andrew WK was replaced several times by actors as pawn for the Illuminati. Oh, and that Katy Perry is actually John Benet Ramsey. Kind of in the same vein, not really, but that one's fun too.
What?
Believe every one of them. I don't give a f. But maybe the dumbest of all these
celebrities have all been replaced by lizard people. There you go. That's a big famous one.
Music conspiracies stem from the New York Public Library. Their Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture posted a photo online from 1939 featuring someone who looks exactly like Jay-Z. Exactly like that man. So the internet immediately lost their minds over this photo. This was back in 2013, so not only was Jay-Z near the height of his fame and power, mainstream pop culture conspiracies were still kind of quaint. Reddit and BuzzFeed, remember BuzzFeed, posted the photo asking people—
Oh, is this the theory where celebrities are a lot older than you think?
Or they time travel back.
Or time travel stuff. So many.
People are nuts.
cheekily if Jay-Z was a time traveler. Even mainstream media outlets thought the idea of Hove as a vampire amusing enough to feature it on their websites. Like
yeah,
People
vampire.
Magazine's online articles, 6 clues that birthday boy Jay-Z is actually an immortal being. I mean, People has never been the bastion for media integrity, but even for them, that's a pretty wild headline. So, what does this all mean? Absolutely nothing. Basically, we're getting lazy on the conspiracy front. We're just finding old pictures and shoehorning our conspiracies on top.
No matter what kind of pictures you look at and junk, you're bound to find someone who looks exactly like you. Almost everyone has kind of a doppelganger.
Genetics, I mean...
Doppelganger. We're all human after all.
Of that. Either they're secretly dead or immortal. It's 2 camps you fit into when you're a dead celebrity. Now, it's pretty easy to argue that a lot of the inspiration for conspiracies come from the unknown. We don't understand something, or we can't wrap our heads around it, like the evolution of dinosaurs, or Australian people, so we have to make up a story about it. We've done that throughout history. I'm not going to point to points that we did that, because people are going to get really upset about religion. But as humans, it's helpful to make order out of all the chaos that surrounds us, which is why
Another VTuber theory, many of them are really lizard peoples. Really? I feel like VTube theory is many of them would be AI.
My ex's doppelganger.
At a convention, it was trippy. Yeah.
we have tons of alien conspiracy theories. Until recently, even just believing in aliens was enough to get you lumped in.
Bring up the one where the aliens are coming in November. Bring up that one.
Into the conspiracy theorist
You
camp.
broke
But
it.
today, nearly 65% of Americans believe in the existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life. And you know what? I'm one of them
Aliens
Americans.
are
I'm one of
coming.
M's. I really believe in aliens so much. But just because there's a high probability of intelligent life doesn't mean we figured out what exactly it is. That is, unless you're a conspiracy theorist. Let's talk about some alien conspiracies. They're also stupid, but they're a little bit fun. You want concrete proof that aliens exist? Look no further than redheads. Told you they're stupid. There's an entire conspiracy theory that gingers descended from aliens. Specifically,
Wait, I thought gingers were supposed to be soulless. Wait. Is it the reason they're soulless is because of the aliens? It works.
that they carry the DNA of a giant race of aliens called the Lyrians, who were aggressive, violent, passionate, and rebellious. Some conspiracy theories link them to the Norse fire.
Are they rapey? Oh, rapey. Oh, well.
Vikings. And, I must reiterate, this is obviously stupid.
aliens have no
However,
soul.
there are certain things that are pretty weird about gingers. For one,
want
it's
our
very rare to have
souls.
red hair. Only 2% of the Earth's population have it. Studies show that they also perceive pain differently, which is wild. They have a better sense for changes in the
I thought the only reason why the people have the red hair was because the Irish.
Well, also, supposedly redheads bleed more. That's why when Rob was saying when Tava gave birth to Roman, they had that extra point of blood on standby just in case.
Oh, your
My stepsister, yeah.
your stepsister's Irish.
I don't think they're Irish.
Then what? She's a redhead.
Yeah, redhead. Irish is a nation, not a race.
I thought redheads was like I thought
There's redheads everywhere.
I thought it was a trait for Irish.
What if aliens are hot chicken?
See, I don't know stuff.
weather. And according to sex researcher Dr. Werner Habermehl, they have more sex and an easier time getting there. Now, I'm not sure if any of that makes redheads aliens, but it does make them seem pretty cool. So high five a ginger next time you see one. They're nuttin'. But I mean, we've talked about celebrities and aliens and, you know, science. I just want to do some of my own conspiracies. Some things that I've been working on for a long time. Some things that I've been thinking about for way too long. Because I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of things that I want to talk about, and I have a Twitter. No one reads that, and I don't have time. They don't give me enough. I don't have enough space. So I'm just gonna yell at you guys, and you have to listen to my conspiracy theories because these are real. Number one, the computer is God. Computers are God now. That's what God. He said
The AIs are God. Yes.
Kirsha Irish, right? Kirsha, I thought her heritage was French.
I thought it was German, but I don't know.
No, her was like French, Italian.
If it helps,
second coming. I think that's it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna smack you with this keyboard. If it helps, I got 4% Irish in me. Nah.
It's computers, or the internet at least. I think Jesus is internet, and I because if you think
Jesus
about
is
it, you go to it when you have questions. When you're worried, you go to this is the rapture. You know what I mean? This is the bad timeline. The internet was the bad timeline. I think dentistry is made up. I really do. There's no one
Really? What am I
regulating
going to
this.
do tomorrow?
So you go into a dentist's office. My poor boyfriend's girlfriend that had 1,000 fillings because there's this crazy dentist in my hometown. Just recent developments in.
I did have a dentist fuck up one of my crowns, and I had to go back in there.
When was this?
Remember, it was when it popped out.
Oh yeah.
That was not fun. It scared the crumbles out of me. I am paranoid when it comes with my teeth falling out, kind of stuff. Like, I can have nightmares like that. It bothers me.
Dentistry ever. The fact that you have a bad tooth and they rip it out of your head. Could be tactics, but you guys know how I feel about chiropractic.
Speaking, if you want to talk about more conspiracy theories, I heard relating to teeth. Apparently, they're working on a kind of medicine that's supposed to grow teeth.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
You heard about that one too?
Chiropractors.
That'd be nice.
I don't need to go into that. I don't get that at all. I don't know how that. They're made of metal. They weigh way too much. I don't get how planes stay in the sky. Don't get any of it. And I refuse to learn. Paper. There's no such thing as a stale starburst. You leave a starburst out, it doesn't change its chemical composition. I think that the government is controlling our reproductive health by flavor blasting things, like flavor blasted goldfish.
You're talking about like the Red 13 stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the Cheez-Its with extra. I think that's it. I think that's all the conspirations I could think of right now.
If
you have any in the comments down below.
Okay, so we can never have babies because we had the Cheez-It pizza. Yeah. Glow teeth. That's cool. I know. I need some of that. I got like 2 giant gaps all the way back here in the back because I had to have some teeth pulled that were rotted.
Yeah.
I could really use that. But anyway, I think he's done. Yes?
Yeah, we'll call it good.
Yeah, boys. Well, anyways, thank you all for joining us for the stream. I love you all. We will see you tomorrow. We will be playing Stellar Blade again and then doing a couple more reacts. We're going to read into...
Let's see if Smuggle On let's raid.
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss.